Hi everyone, my name is Shalom Habu and you're welcome to Qlick Sports Weekly News Updates. Without further ado, let us jump into the review of the weekend's football happening. Well, where do we start from? Man United. Manchester United are in disarray at the moment. Losing 4-0 to a very determined Brentford side is not a good showing for a team that wants to challenge for the top 4 or even maybe the title. Erik ten Hag's job looks tougher than you might have seen. You understand, for most neutrals and a lot of Manchester United fans, Ronaldo and the boys are not performing the way they need to. Manchester United needs signings. I don't know. The lot of questions need to be answered for Manchester United at the moment. Well, let's just hope that things will get better as the games go by. By the weekend, they face Liverpool. Let us hope that better results will come and they can get their signings in. Spurs and Chelsea. Well, what a game. I'll probably give this the most interesting game of the weekend. Not because of the results or it was the greatest scoreline. It was a 2-2 draw, but with positives and negatives for both sides. Positives more for Spurs because they didn't play very well. They were dominated by Chelsea, played badly, but they were still able to get a draw. In fact, Harry Kane phrased it perfectly by saying the last minute equalizer was a winner for Spurs, and Spurs and Conte will be proud of themselves. I mean, it shows some grit and some determination and some quality credentials, understand, to help them challenge for the season. As for Chelsea, well, where do I start with Thomas Tuchel's men? A very great performance, you understand, a great performance, but still Chelsea are lacking. They need goals, they need a striker. They couldn't get the win that they needed, and they will be sad. I mean, even some of the decisions that went against them in the game, they will still feel hard done by some of that. So, I mean, let us hope that Chelsea will recover, pick themselves up, get the signings that they need to, and you understand, have the season that they believe that they can have. Arsenal and City are flying and are currently top 2 at the top of the table, with City leading at the moment. City won by 4-0 against Bournemouth. What a performance. Kevin De Bruyne was at his perfect best again. Phil Foden grabbed the goal. And Haaland was a troublemaker in that defense. He was a problem to the opposition, and you understand, City are looking good for the title, I must say. Liverpool are struggling at the moment with 2 draws. City, 2 wins. I mean, it's just 2 games, but I mean, it's City. So they're performing the way everyone expects them to perform. And if they keep going like this, I'm sorry, I don't see anyone taking that title away from City. As for Arsenal beat Leicester City by 4-2. What a performance that was from the boys. You understand, Gabriel Jesus is proven to be the signing that most Arsenal fans believe that he will be. 2 goals, 2 assists. You understand, a great performance from the boys. Xhaka, Oliver Zinchenko, all these guys played well, and let us hope. It's only 2 games. You understand, with Arsenal, you just have to wait to see what unfolds. But let us hope that at least they will keep the performance going and it will sustain itself so they can make it into the top 4 at the end of the season. Liverpool. Well, Liverpool fell to a draw again. Fell to a draw against Crystal Palace. Great game by Crystal Palace, great performance with a great goal by Wilfred Zaha. But Liverpool needed a stunning goal from Luis Diaz to save them a point. And things are not looking good for Jurgen Klopp's men at the moment. They need to find some form. Mohamed Salah needs to pick himself up. Let it not be a case of, oh, Mane is not here anymore and Liverpool are struggling. Liverpool can do better than they're actually doing now. And as the games go by, Manchester United are struggling. The next games against Manchester United, and Manchester United are struggling at the moment. Well, we hope Liverpool can pick themselves up and bounce back, and you understand, start performing well in the league to help them and achieve their targets for the season. In Serie A, the race for the Scudetto begins with Inter, Napoli, Juve, Roma all winning. Milan drew, unfortunately, a slow start, but it is what it is. That's football. Inter defeated Lecce by 2-1 with Lukaku scoring on his return. Juve won by 3-0 with Vlahovic scoring 2 and Di Maria getting a goal and an assist. The result may have been dented with an injury to Di Maria, but Juve should be good for the season. Napoli won by 5-2. A blistering start with the game full of goals. New signing scoring. Usman scored a goal, and we'll be hoping Napoli should hope to keep up the good performances, so at least they will not miss out on the title the way they did last season. You understand? Yeah. In La Liga, Madrid win by 2-1 against Almeria, and Barcelona are held to a goalless draw by Rayo Vallecano. A good start for Madrid, having to come from behind to get a win, and Barca will be disappointed with a draw. Very disappointing draw, I must say. With all the signings, Robert Lewandowski, Rafinha, Dembele, all on display, but still, Barca could not even get a goal. Disappointing draw, but it's Barca. Let us hope that they will pick themselves up and bounce back in the next game. In the French Ligue 1, PSG won by 5 goals. The blistering performance, but the game was marred by, how will I put it, mad, or shall I say, the major talking point from the game is about Mbappe walking off the pitch. Not walking off the pitch per se, but he stopped running because the pass wasn't given to him during the counter, and this is the story of the game so far. A beautiful performance by Neymar and the boys. PSG winning by a very large scoreline, but Mbappe is the talking point for a negative reason. Regardless, PSG held on for a massive win to keep their Ligue 1 dominance going and their hope for the title for this season going. Now, transfer updates. The latest in the world of transfers. Fofana of Leicester City claims the club are pricing him out of a move to Chelsea with an 85 million pound price tag placed on his head. Fofana seems to be keen on the move to Chelsea. There's no news, it's no secret now. However, his hopes for a move will be solved by the hefty price tag placed on his head by his parent club, Leicester City. Chelsea will need to find the money one way or the other, but this would be a good sign if Chelsea can get Fofana in the door. I personally really like this boy. He can defend. He didn't have a great performance against Arsenal during the weekend. You understand? Martinelli took his credentials away from him, but I mean, let's hope he gets the move he wants and goes and plays the way he needs to. Arsenal technical director Edu was seen on a Ryanair flight to Valencia, Spain, and rumors have it that he might be on the verge of sealing the signing of Yeremy Pino from Villarreal to Arsenal. Well, Arsenal fans, you could be getting your signing. So let's see how it goes. Manchester United pull out of Rabiot deal. Manchester United have pulled out of a deal to sign Adrien Rabiot due to high-wage demands and difficult negotiations with his agent mother, Veronica Rabiot. Chelsea are still keen on the move of Barcelona's Aubameyang. Chelsea are in need of a striker. They need goals in their squad. We saw the game against the weekend. If they had a striker, who knows, that game would have been done probably before it ended the way it did. And Aubameyang seems to be the target that they are in for. Tuchel has worked with Aubameyang before and they have great chemistry. And hopefully if they get the signing done, Aubameyang can come, score the goals like he used to score, like he scored in the Premier League in the past, and Chelsea will be good for it. In the world of boxing, AJ versus Usic 2 will be taking place over the weekend, with AJ going for a 3-time world heavyweight title tag. You understand? It will be a tough rematch for AJ. You understand? Also tough rematch for Usyk, but you understand? I'm looking forward to a big fight, a good fight, a very competitive fight. You understand? We might see a knockout. Hopefully, it doesn't go to a draw. It doesn't go to points. You understand? And maybe AJ can pick up a win. But Usyk is not to be slept on. Usyk is one of the most skilled fighters who have ever placed on a pair of gloves, and who be willing to prevent AJ from becoming a 3-time world heavyweight champion. Let us hope that the best man wins. In the world of MMA, Kamaru Usman is set to defend his title in UFC 278 against Leon Edwards. You understand? The Nigerian Nightmare is set to put his title on the line again against Leon Edwards, and let us see how this one will go. This will be a very interesting and a very tough fight for Kamaru Usman. Leon Edwards has been on the journey to this point for a very long time. He has been through so many setbacks and has a lot of determination in him to win this fight, and it will be a really tough fight for Kamaru Usman. Kamaru Usman, we all know, is the pound for pound #1, the best fighter in the world, and we know how he is when the best come to fight. They always prove themselves to be good. Let us hope that he can prove himself and continue his dominance in the UFC and the MMA and make his fellow Nigerians proud. Thank you very much for watching Qlick Sports. We'll be back again next week.